everyone, welcome to this vlog for Cambridge. This was my birthday trip to Cambridge and I'm already ready and waiting for my flatmate. So on this trip I'm going with my flatmate and of course Dikshadi, and I was waiting for an eternity. Pros of having open ticket: since we had an open ticket, we went an hour later than the planned journey.
So she's my flatmate.
Oh, you do vlogging?
Correct. So cute.
Hello. Yeah, but since we had some time, we grabbed the coffee, and the train and the station was all very crowded. I think it was a season when students were coming in and everything was very crowded. Yes, it rains a lot in London, and this day also it was raining a lot. But we were carrying our umbrellas. If you can notice, there is very cute penguin in Dikshadi's bag. But yeah, Cambridge was very pretty, and all the streets were quite aesthetic. And here we reached the museum. This is the museum. We went inside. One more fun fact: most of the museums are free here in UK. That's included in the tax that you pay, and tax here is 40% to 45% to 50%, starting from 20%. FYI, some things which I didn't know. And they were like Chinese cookware. There are a lot of art paintings and really beautiful areas. Like this big window was very aesthetic. The look it was giving was very pretty. So here is a video of me aesthetically being there, plus running forward because I was shy. There were a lot of stories behind all of these paintings. Some were like actually monarchy and some painting of famous people and all that, but there were some paintings which had deep meaning. Stories communicated by each one of them, showing the era of London and Cambridge. Things also there, so in terms of sculptures, in terms of various armors. Now comes the most favorite part of mine in this museum. So this whole gallery with golden decor and golden detailing, and there were a lot of sculptures around, like these were like Greek statues, and it was looking so aesthetic. And here I got my next profile picture. Since we only had coffee before this, it was time to find something to eat, but there weren't good options inside the place, so we went out to find some cafes, and we went into one or two cafes, and then we found. We checked if there were some souvenirs we could get, but inside the museum it was overpriced, so we went out. So there are few good places and restaurants nearby, and we walked into one of them, but there were reservations required for that one, so we had to go another place. And we had one cinnamon bun, so we got cinnamon bun, banana cake, some coffee and all of that. Then after that we went for our next destination, that was finding the punting. This was the crossroad, and there are various churches around the town. There are bakeries, there are towns.
Enterprise Data and Engineering.
EDE is what we were seeing here. That's my old team name.
I was under Vamsi earlier. Not your manager.
Yeah, see? There were two branches of the same shop.
I think you need to like just.
Another fun fact, there are a couple of punting options there, so you can negotiate to get a better price. So we did negotiate, and I think we got like I don't know, 66 for 3 people, but yeah. And me being water baby, there were a lot of water currents around. The water wasn't much clean, but it was pretty. And yeah, we went and got some coffee to stay warm for our ride. And yeah, this is us starting the ride, and we were having some kunafas as well.
Queen's College at the moment. Left hand.
Bye now, full sway.
Built in about 1460. In Italy, and the second oldest being Oxford. Oxford being founded in
There were a lot of history and how things were built being shared by a guide. You know, these bridges which you see there, these are like 1,000 pounds during that time, which is like millions now. And all of those stories were shared about colleges, hostels, how are these. Like if you see behind me in this picture, there are colleges. All of these bridges were also made like without screws and all that. So there were a lot of histories regarding that. Punting is a mode of transport that people use, and they worship the water god. So there were like water god paintings around as well. Here our guide just got hurt, so it was that. And the library is there. Inside colleges you can go, but there are some charges or some fees.
Pretty common one.
Dikshadi has been here in summers. In summers, all of the trees that you see around are filled with flowers. And imagine these birds flying during that time.
This is the original copy.
Sorry?
This is the first copy you said.
First copy.
Punting was amazing, but our next destination was food. Best things about punting was they provided a blanket, a water bag, a warm water bag, and yeah, there were food, and you can even go around with your pets. This was the main market, and there was some protests going on around, advertisements. We were trying to find a good Indian restaurant, a good famous one, but that was a bit more far than where we were at this point of time.
फिर भी मैं किसी को बोल सकती थी प्लीज कॉल फॉर मी.
If you're visiting Cambridge and you want to get some unique clothes, you can get them. So if you see the Stanford hoodie or Cambridge hoodie, all of these were kind of available here. You can buy them. And the dressing sense and the style were quite trendy as well. So if you're looking for some, do shop here. And as usual, we were trying to find some good place, and we decided we'll go to dishoom. And dishoom is one of the famous chains out here in London. This was the aesthetics. This is called the permit room. So they have like different branches. Usually I like the general dishoom which I went last time. This had like really limited options, and the food wasn't good, to be honest. So this is what all we got. So this was palak patta chaat. This was chole. We got paneer, and we got garlic and plain naan. All vegetarian mostly because I usually travel with vegetarians, and this is my friend. Let's have a taste. I'm tired.
Get those.
मैं तो कल रात को सोई भी नहीं रहा, मेरे को बाद में सर में दर्द हो रहा
I think I don't like dishoom anymore.
है.
I think I have eaten better.
In London, that this was not my first choice. But if I go out of London, dishoom is my first choice. क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि dishoom तो खाना मुझे पता है कैसा है. अगर मैंने खराब खा लिया तो मेरा मुंह चला जाएगा. मतलब जैसे यू सेड कि वो अच्छा है तो ठीक है, बट जैसे कि मी एंड माय फ्रेंड्स वी आर ट्रैवलिंग समवेयर, हमें नहीं पता क्या अच्छा है. सो वी एक्चुअली प्रेफर समथिंग वी नो, क्योंकि पैसा भी जाएगा, खाना भी नहीं होगा, फिर मूड भी खराब होगा. सो वी प्रेफर समथिंग वी नो. या फिर ऐसे ग्रेग्स खा लो, हमें पता है कि हमें कैसा है.
The sandwiches.
How's everything going? It's good. Thank you. खाने तो दे. आए हुए 2 मिनट नहीं हुए.
Just after palak patta chaat, I kind of felt sick actually, and yeah. After this, we had to pack most of the food. None of us could finish anything. Small bites. Oh. It was super cold, as well as just after a ride, even all of us were feeling cold as well. So we were like, we won't walk to the bus stop, we would take a bus to the bus stop. So we took a bus to the bus stop. So this was us. Of course, I wanted to go out more and explore more. So they asked me where next. I asked can we please go to a church at least? Since I was also in a bridesmaid dress, I was trying to find a man in tuxedo, but there was no one in tuxedo, you know. There were more churches. The main attraction of Oxford or Cambridge are these universities. So this was King's College just behind me. There were a lot of other colleges, and some of the most famous and intelligent and top minds have studied in these colleges, and I so wanted to go inside, but all of us were tired as well, and they had like closing times, so we decided we'll just end our trip here. And this was Ukraine, some event also going on. Support. There was always the next time, but there were a lot of things we could see from here, a lot of things we could experience, and of course I want to see all of those places with blooming flowers. So yeah, maybe next time. And yeah, there were more colleges around. There were people. I think these were some dinosaur run event also going on. I'm not sure whether it's part of university or not. There were really cute shops around. Yeah, the very famous markets with kind of all the shops were there. Flowers.
What are this? Oh, samajh gayi man. This is so bad.
I forgot what were we talking about, but yeah. These were more market glimpses. That's majorly all for this vlog, but do follow for more. Comment down where should I go next and what should I do more. And see you. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel if you're interested. Yeah. See you. Bye.